Hi everybody, welcome back to K-Prep. I'm really glad you're here this month. We are going to be focusing on early math skills this time. Now, I don't know about you, but I was not very good at math in school. I had to use the fingers to count, and I was always the one with the hand raised with the confused deer in the headlight look because I just didn't get it. Now, math is really important. It's in everything we do. It's all over the place. And I didn't realize how important it was when I was a child really struggling. But as an adult, I realize it's everywhere. When you give your kid medicine, you have to measure it. That's math. When you measure things, like I've had to measure rooms because I needed to paint and bought furniture, needed to make sure that it would fit. You measure. That's math. When I cook, that's math because I have to measure things, and on and on. This is sort of an old thing, but a check. Most people use their little credit card or debit card, but still sometimes you have to write a check. Those are math. Not long ago, when I was thinking about this class, I found these coupons in the paper that came in my mailbox. And it is, you could buy 10 pieces of chicken tenders for $8.99. Okay, keep $8.99 in your mind. Or 5 pieces for $3.99. Now, which is a better deal? And it even says you can buy 2 of them with that coupon. So 2 of these is actually cheaper than 1 of these, but you have to know math in order to know that. Okay, so it's everywhere, it's all around us. And so today my goal is twofold. One, I want to just tell you some everyday simple activities. Some of them you're probably already doing, and if you are, good job, keep it up. It is fantastic. If I give you an idea you've never thought of, please try it because it's really going to help your child. We're going to build that foundation so that they can be strong and ready for what comes next year. And then I want to share with you a couple things that I learned when I went to a kindergarten math class last year. So more of that in a minute. First, we're going to talk about just some everyday things that you can do with your child because, like I said, math is all around us. The first thing is touching and counting. Your child may be able to count to 10, but if you put 10 pieces of dry cereal, can they count that there's 10 pieces? Because what they do a lot of times is that they'll just start counting and they're not really touching it. So get them to touch each piece and count it. Very good for them. How many fingers do I have? Not just knowing there's 5, but counting, touching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, very good for them. Encourage your child to construct numbers in as many ways as they can. And what I mean by that is, let's say, for example, let's take 10 carrots, okay, and put them on the table, okay? Have your child count by touching. How many are there? There's 10. Take one and move it to the side. Count the bundle, which is 9. 9 and 1 make 10. Take 2 and 3 and so forth. And let them see as many ways as they can to make that 10. Do it with all the different numbers. It'll keep them busy for a while, but it's good. And I would have not thought of this unless I went to the math class that we're going to talk about in a minute. So be doing that. That's a good one. Point out numbers in everyday life. Maybe you're in an elevator. Maybe you have your remote control in the grocery store. Point out numbers because then they see that numbers are not just on a worksheet in math class at school, but it's in everyday life, and that helps them to see that, and that's important, okay? Have your child sort toys and buttons and whatever. Let them sort the socks. We all know that that is just the job that none of us like. So let them sort the socks. It's good for them. And if they mess up, it's okay. I promise it's okay. Even if it's just separating the towels from the washcloths, big and small. That's also a math concept. Take a pipe cleaner and give them some beads and have them make a pattern. Patterns are very important in math, and that is a good skill for them to learn. Let them make a pattern. Let them play I Spy in the house. I Spy colors and different shapes and numbers and just whatever. I Spy is one of my most favorite things. And you can do that while you're driving, in your house, wherever, at the grocery store even. But use that with numbers. That's great. And shapes, colors. I think that's all the things that I wanted to share with you that you can do, just simple things. I'm sure walking up and down steps, I mean, count them. It just goes on and on and on. But just think math, think numbers, think colors, think shapes. All those are math concepts, okay? Just let your mind go crazy, but practice these things at home. It's really good. Now, I want to tell you, number 2 of what I wanted to accomplish today is to share a couple things that I learned from a kindergarten math class last year. Now, it's been a minute since I've been in kindergarten, and I got to tell you, I was amazed at what these 5-year-olds were doing. And I don't mind telling you, I went into this class thinking, I'm not going to like this new math. I'd already got it in my head. I'm not going to like it. It's not the way I learned. Why don't they do it the right way? And why are they doing all this stuff? By the time I left, I saw the purpose, and I could see the advantages of doing it this way. So I just want to share a little bit of what I learned last year in my little time I was in kindergarten math. Now, the first thing I want to show you is this. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a teacher. Your child's kindergarten teacher will far exceed anything I could ever do as far as teaching. So know that. Just bear with me, all right? First off, I want to show you this. This is called a number bond. This represents the whole. This represents a part and a part. So that's kind of easy enough to understand. The whole, a part, and a part. And we're going to do a lesson. Now, if this is what your child was looking at, and they had to fill out their number bond, so they would start with, how many triangles are there? And they would write that in a part. How many squares are there? They would have to write that in a part. How many in all? And they would have to write that in the whole. And it would look like this. And this was the neat thing that I thought, that I saw the advantage. Because when I was a kid, learning addition and subtraction were many different classes. And this seemed to get it all in one. And let me explain what I'm saying, because I'm probably not explaining that very well. 2 triangles and 3 squares make 5 shapes, right? Okay. When I was a kid, it would say 2 plus 3 equal 5. And we would have to learn later on that these parts were interchangeable. You could say 3 and 2 make 5, or you could say 2 and 3 make 5. I think that's what I just said, 3 and 2 or 2 and 3. Goodness. Or you can just look at this number bond and be able to say 5 take away 3 is 2, or 5 take away 2 is 3, and it's all in one place. I just thought that was really neat. But this is something your child will be doing next year. I think it was around Christmas that I went last year to see this, so they are doing this by Christmas. And they would even look at number problems that they weren't quite reading yet, and the teacher would have them highlight the numbers and figure out from that how to fill out their number bond. So it's just kind of crazy to me that there was so much difference, and hopefully you can see the advantage to that I saw, because it was pretty neat. And this is something I want to show you. This is kind of your typical worksheet that you would expect out of kindergarten. Show which one is different. So, here's this different B, and you would circle it. This is an actual thing that they'll be doing next year. Hopefully you can see that. And what it says is, are they the same? Circle your answer and explain why to an adult or friend. And when I first looked at it, I thought it was a trick question, because I looked at these and I thought, well, I know they're the same, but they're turned different, so they're trying to mess with my head. So my answer was no. Same for this one. I thought, no, because it's just turned. But no, this is what they're looking for. Are they the same? Yes, but why? But he's kind of inverted. He's turned different. Same thing with this one. Are they the same? Yes, but they're turned different. Are these the same? No. They have a different amount of points on the stars, so they are just not the same at all. So this is something your child will be doing. I just thought that was interesting. It's like a different level of thinking, and I really liked that. I just thought that was interesting. Okay. I've showed you all our handy dandy little math things, and that brings me to this. Every month I have a bag that I give away. All you gotta do is let me know you want it for your child. You can either call me, my name is Judy, at the Family Resource Center, and the number is 642-2938, or just let your teacher know. And this month's book is one big pair of underwear, and it's got all kind of counting in it, and it is a wonderful book. Just let me know if you want it, and this book is for your child. So just let me know. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and look for all the opportunities to help your child with math. Okay, have a great one. I'll see you next month. Bye bye.